But right now we're shifting our focus on how India today is observing Constitution Day, and this is the 76th Constitution Day adoption of the Indian Constitution, also known as Samvidhan Divas. To discuss this further, we have Mr. Vikas Singh, former ASG, who is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Singh, very, very important day, and we've seen the developments that have come out, from the key offices there in the country, as the country today, celebrates that all-important democratic exercise, and how this is very, very significant for a nation that has gone 76 years into celebrating that secularism, democracy, and everything that is enshrined in the Constitution today, sir.
So today, incidentally, this is now since 2015 called as a Constitution Day. But this day was celebrated for the first time in the year 1979, when we completed 30 years of our Constitution. And that was done only by the Supreme Court Bar Association, by Dr. L.M. Singhvi, along with Justice Chandrachud, Justice Bhagwati, and Justice Krishna Iyer. And they started this day, celebrating this day as a law day. And this law day continued till 2014 with only Supreme Court Bar Association doing this function, where the law minister used to be there every day. It's only from 15 onwards that the Government of India, on the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, decided to start celebrating this day as a Constitution Day. So now we have two celebrations, one by the Supreme Court Bar Association, which we did in the morning, and in the afternoon we are having the celebration of Constitution Day. In fact, on that day in 79, the Law Minister, Mr. Kakkar, was there, and an assurance was given that from next year government itself also will start doing this, but they unfortunately didn't do anything, and that's how now we call this as Constitution Day.
Okay.
Now, when we talk of this day, this is a very important day, because every day is a Constitution Day as far as these courts are concerned. But Constitution Day has a significance because this is a day for introspection. Whether the Constitution has worked to the promise that it had given out to the people of the country when it was first adopted in 1946. And I feel that, of course, the Constitution is a living document, and it has withstood all kinds of pressures, and we are still a united country, and we are a very strong country, going from strength to strength and becoming very slowly maybe the third global economy. We are already at the fourth position. But there are some shortcomings which need to be addressed, and that is why I would rather call this as an introspection day.
Okay.
A day to introspect as to where this Constitution has taken us so far. And when I comment on the as an introspection day, I would like to highlight basically two or three things. When Dr. Ambedkar finally adopted the Constitution, and in his final speech he said that my only one regret is that I could not provide for any qualification for legislators. And this he had discussed in the Constituent Assembly debates. And the reasoning given was that he said that whenever the Britishers arrested a freedom fighter, the society threw up another equally credible and powerful leader for the country. And so he expected that the people of this country will not fail the Constitution, and they will only elect people of credibility and of people, of character, and people of moral fiber. But that is, according to me, an area where we have completely faltered. And today, if the law is to be made by the parliamentarians, and the kind of parliamentarians we have, which is about comprising 40% of people having criminal antecedents, then it's a sad day as far as the Constitution is concerned.
So this is a very, very important point that you are mentioning, and you speak about it with a lot of deep thought that you've put into it. I'd also want to add to it the kind of attacks that are coming the government's way, particularly from very many members of the opposition. And here we are not just talking about Rahul Gandhi. We've got M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. We have got the West Bengal Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee, all joined together in what they claim as safeguarding the Constitution against these fascist forces. How do you see this line of attack that's come in from the country's opposition, sir?
But I'll tell you, this is not something which is true for any political party as far as criminalization is concerned. You pick up any political party in this country, all of them are equally to blame. And the malaise is actually far deeper. The malaise is that today black money has the best place for investment for black money is in politics. Because if you want to buy property also, at least some part of white money will be involved. Or in fact today more and more white money is being asked for by anybody wanting to sell property. But politics is one area where you can pump in as much of black money as you like, with the result that criminals or people with criminal antecedents, people who have large amounts of black money, are entering the electoral fray. And in my, I very strongly feel that the Election Commission has been able to do nothing about it, to see that there is no black money used in the election. The way money is being, used by these people who ultimately get elected is actually shameful for our democracy. So if we are able to curb this, if we are able to curb the black money in politics, if we are able to instill a sense of patriotism in all our political parties, who themselves should resolve that they will not give tickets to people with criminal antecedents, and will try to find out credible people in every constituency. I think that's the way forward for this country to progress rightly, because ultimately these are the parliamentarians who are going to make laws for this country. A lawbreaker ultimately becomes a lawmaker. That's the real scenario that we are facing today. The other problem is, of justice delivery. Justice delivery, I feel, is a very important facet, and our judiciary, by and large, has performed very well. But one area where I feel we really need to again introspect is the elevation to the higher judiciary. Without any memorandum of procedure, without any guidelines, without any transparency in the method of appointment, most of the time the best merit is not selected.
Okay.
And this is how the judiciary is also getting flack every now and then. We see cash being accumulating in the judge's home, and we see all kinds of arbitrary orders being passed.
Mr. Singh, thank you so much for all your inputs there. Introspection Day is what it should be celebrated as, says Mr. Vikas Singh, former ASG, who's joined us on CNN News 18. And remember, it was said famously by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of the Indian Constitution, that the Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It is a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of the age. We leave it at that. And with that, we are shifting our focus. We're getting